For the last decade, our wardrobes have been defined by high-waisted silhouettes. From high-rise denim to empire waist dresses, the standard geometry of fashion has relied on drawing a harsh horizontal line squarely across the natural waist. As we see in this image of a standard high-waisted look, that traditional breakpoint immediately cuts the torso in half. It terminates the visual flow of the upper body, creating a sense of aesthetic claustrophobia and artificially shortening the wearer's proportions. For summer 2026, designers are pulling that line down. The drop-it-low movement is a structural shift away from the high-rise era, focusing on a completely different way to frame the human body. Welcome to the flow state. Today, we're looking at the design of the drop-waist dress and why this specific cut is once again a major force in the modern wardrobe. If you want to understand the architecture behind your clothing, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a breakdown. Lowering the waistline represents a significant change in the geometry of a garment. It moves away from mid-torso restriction in favor of continuous, flowing elongation. The sheer scale of this trend became undeniable at a single event. Dense, highly observed celebrations like this one demonstrate the massive scale of high-profile weddings, much like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's recent New York union. Looking at these images of Swift and Kelce, we can understand how their union functioned as a global stage. The immense spotlight on the couple magnified the fashion choices of every guest in attendance. When Jennifer Lopez arrived, she utilized this specific structure. She wore a drop-waist dress featuring a dramatic bubble skirt, constructed from varied, shiny materials that clearly highlighted her lowered waistline. When a silhouette is adopted for a high-profile event, it moves quickly through the celebrity ecosystem and into the general market. To understand why this cut works, we have to look back exactly 1 century. This historical photograph reveals the 1920s origins of the trend, highlighting the consistent hip-level waistlines that serve as the direct ancestors to the 2026 silhouette. At the time, dropping the waistline served a highly practical purpose. It discarded the rigid, restrictive corsetry of the Edwardian era, physically liberating the wearer and allowing for a full range of movement. This archival image shows that they also understood pattern play. Notice the vertical stripes and dropped belts. These are design elements that modern fashion houses are currently pulling straight into their summer collections. A design that resurfaces after 100 years suggests its visual logic is tied to how it interacts with the body's lines, rather than just being a temporary trend. This animated diagram demonstrates the physics of elongation. The eye perceives height based on where a garment breaks the vertical line of the body, and placing that break at the natural waist instantly stops the eye. By dropping that visual breakpoint down to the hips, the torso is visually stretched. The long section of continuous fabric creates the perception of a taller upper body. This creates an unbroken canvas. Without a seam cutting across the midsection, designers can deploy heavily saturated colors, a strategy known as dopamine dressing, delivering a striking, uninterrupted visual impact. The materials used determine exactly how this structure performs. Breathable cotton poplin translates the drop waist into a casual little white dress for daytime wear, while heavy satin and crepe lock the elongated shape in place for evening events. Even the bubble skirt variation serves a mechanical purpose. By gathering material at the bottom hem, it adds distinct volume entirely below the hip, ensuring the elongated upper torso remains sleek and fitted. The modern drop waist is a structural reset. It actively prioritizes a seamless, fluid line over artificial bodily segmentation. Because of this flexibility, the silhouette easily adapts to an entire summer social calendar. Crisp poplin little white dresses provide a cooling, practical option for daytime office hours or summer vacations. As we see in this street-style image, the aesthetic easily transitions to weekend socializing. Bold pattern play, like microflorals and gingham, applies these long lines to casual brunches and picnics. For formal events and weddings, the architecture holds up in deeper palettes. Robust reds and sleek strapless drop-waist gowns offer a commanding alternative to standard cocktail attire. The ability to scale from a lightweight linen mini to a heavy satin gown makes the silhouette a rare hero item that provides a consistent look across both casual and formal events. The modern drop waist takes the physical liberation of 1920s fashion and updates it for 2026. It leverages geometry to lengthen the torso, providing a flattering line across a wide range of body types. Let us know in the comments which variation of the drop waist you're adding to your wardrobe this summer. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Flow State for more fashion analysis.